NBA stars are the gods of vanity, but it doesn't matter because they've worked hard to get to where they are. However, these guys do punch high. It's like they're wondering where their weight is. They make so much money that their problems move from how to make money to how to spend money, and they still haven't found an answer to the second question. In this video, we'll look at some incredibly expensive things that NBA superstars own. From ridiculously expensive grills to cars and houses, we really do advise viewer discretion, because this might make you feel terrible. But then again, it might just be the motivation you need to make the big bucks. So here we go. Number 9. LeBron James' jewelry collection. You probably already know that King James has a $20 million mansion and a $10 million car collection, but do you have any idea what his jewelry collection is worth? We'll give you a clue. It's worth more than his entire car collection. Indeed, you can hardly find LeBron out with something blinding on his wrist or neck. From a $120,000 OVO chain, an 11 diamond studded grill with custom line and crown logos, to a $100,000 Rolex watch, a $300,000 Patek, a $750,000 Richard Mille, to a rare Black Panther timepiece that goes for $5 million. However, what's even crazier is his latest addition, a Lion Gatekeeper pendant made with 130 grams of 14 karat gold, complete with encrusted 35 carats of VS1 diamonds. But that's not all. The lion's eyes light up, and the door knocker also moves. According to reports, when he came to Houston to play the Rockets, he met with celeb jeweler Iceman Nick, and from what we're seeing, we can confirm that the jeweler pulled out all the stops. This would probably put the hip-hop chain game on notice, but as for LeBron, he's moved on to even bigger things. During the Super Bowl show, his wrist was unavoidable as he wore the limited edition Tiffany blue Patek Philippe watch that currently goes for about $6.5 million. Number 8. Jimmy Butler's aquarium. While James spends millions on his body, Jimmy is more concerned about aquatic life and music. You probably think this is a soundbox that makes fish sounds, but it's really not. The Miami Heat star wanted a fish tank that was as extraordinary as his rise to superstardom, so he and the hosts of Animal Planet's Tanked came up with a 10-foot tall boombox that contains 600 gallons of water and about 50 fish. And the best part is that it plays music and the fish can listen too.
My fish gonna be bumping here?
Indeed, it has speakers inside so the fish can enjoy country music just like Jimmy does. When speaking about the boombox aquarium, he said, "They need a little country music to make them feel right at home. If you're going to be a part of my household, you've got to like country music." So what did it cost Jimmy to hook the fish up with a sound system? Over $40,000. Number 7. Steph Curry's Bored Ape purchase. If you think it's ridiculous for someone to spend that much money on an aquarium playing music, wait until you see what Steph Curry did when he was bored. He got into the NFT world, and within a short while, he had spent about $180,000 and sent the internet into a frenzy. NFTs are a controversial topic all by themselves, but a superstar spending outrageous amounts of money on them is just over the top. But what exactly did he buy? An NFT from the Bored Ape Yacht Club that essentially features what the name suggests, is an ape that probably looks as bored as Curry does when he decided to buy it. In case you're wondering what was so special about the NFT, well, we can tell you that the ape has blue fur, is wearing a tweed suit with a polka-dotted cravat, and has yellow-green eyes. Number 6. Dwayne Wade's Li-Ning Way of Wade 4s. Just in case you got bored like Curry and can't buy a Bored Ape NFT since Steph's the current owner, you can always buy an expensive pair of sneakers. And if you happen to have an extra $4 million just lying around, you should consider the new pair of custom Li-Ning Dwayne Wade sneakers. Trust me, they're worth every penny as they feature sapphires, diamonds, and 18 karat gold. You already know Dwayne has had a thing for high-end sneakers, so he had a high-end lifestyle brand work with Dan Gamache, the famous designer. The result is his pair of Wade's Li-Ning Way of Wade 4 shoes, with hundreds of carats of white diamond pieces and blue sapphires set into gold. Known as the Fire Monkey to commemorate the Chinese New Year and the Year of the Monkey, this pair of sneakers is locked up in a cage and protected by armed guards. Number 5. Ja Morant and jewelry. While Wade's purchases are locked up under tight security, Ja Morant's expenses have gone on to change how young NBA stars feel about jewelry. Generally, NBA stars and hip-hop artists love diamond grills and chains, but Ja's case seems like an addition that will see him visiting Johnny Dang more often in the future. It all started when Ja Morant went to Texas and stopped by Dang's place in Houston to pick up a BVS honeycomb diamond grill that cost $35,000, but that was just the beginning of his jewelry spending spree. The Grizzlies guard blew as much as $11,000 on a necklace for his sister, $89,000 on chains, and $240,000 on iced-out watches. But that's not all. Ja bought a custom chain with his jersey number, along with a custom box to match. By the end of it all, he had spent about $400,000. His jewelry game was on another level, and several NBA stars acknowledged it by doing the same. Soon, players like Jalen Green, DeAndre Ayton, Lemelo Ball, and Andre Drummond all did the same. Number 4, Paul George spends on a Ferrari while injured. Most players splurge while they are healthy and in a good mood, but wait until you meet Paul George. After picking up an injury while playing with Team USA, which ruled him out for about a year, he decided to cheer himself up with something he couldn't use at the time. The $20 million shooting guard purchased a custom Ferrari 485 Spider. Who could tell what attracted the player to the car? Maybe he just liked the $300,000 car because of its V8 engine with 458 horsepower, or maybe he just wanted to splurge. Anyway, blowing over $250,000 is nothing when you have the kind of contract the star has. Number 3, Steph Curry's Porsche Panamera. If it cost Paul $300,000 to get a Ferrari Spider, how much do you think a Porsche Panamera would cost? Normally its price is less, but the car was so expensive for Curry that he almost paid with his life. When you make the kind of money that a player like Steph makes, it's hard to remain modest for long. And so, Curry's car collection boasts a Cadillac Escalade ESV, which goes for around $75,000, a G-Wagon, a Tesla Model X, and 2 Porsches. The first Porsche is a 911 Turbo, worth about $175,000. But the second is the most expensive car of all because of what happened in 2018. Curry was driving his luxurious car around November that year when the rain started falling heavily. The heavy downpour eventually led to a multi-car accident involving Curry's car, a Lexus, and another car. However, he came out of it unscathed. Number 2, Tracy McGrady's private jet. All NBA stars love to be in the air, whether it's when they have to fly with the team for games or when they're about to dunk. However, some players like to get more comfortable in the sky, and one of those players is T-Mac. Now, T-Mac has a problem with flying commercial. It wasn't comfortable, especially since the 9/11 tragedy. So when you're a player who earned well over $160 million throughout your NBA career, finding a solution to such a problem isn't really hard. T-Mac invested in a luxurious $19 million private jet, and ever since, traveling through the air has been pure bliss for him and his family. Number 1, Lemelo Ball's mansion. While Tracy decided to fly alone for comfort, Lemelo Ball wanted to be closer to Michael Jordan. After becoming the first pick of the Charlotte Hornets, Lemelo Ball cemented his place as a future star and was duly rewarded by the Hornets. But then, the youngster already had his mind on bigger things. His latest purchase is a luxurious condo, but as they say in real estate, everything is location, location, location. The young player playing in Michael Jordan's franchise decided to continue his relationship with the legend by becoming neighbors. The luxurious condo went for $3 million and offered a health club, a wine vault, a private entertainment room, and other facilities. They also have an in-house restaurant, lounge, and a rooftop social terrace. Indeed, Ball knows how to ball.